Howdy. Howdy.
When you hear banjos playing, you know it's time for Hillbilly Holler.
This is Halton Hills Online. We're a radio station. We're an app. We're all kinds of things. Let's talk about the app on this trip this week. And we're going to take you on a spin, for those of you watching the YouTube channel, around Glen Williams. I'm Big Daddy, and you are Leah Lywood, right? And I do mornings like 6 to 10. And
you're an early board.
10 to 2. She comes in with her milk crates full of albums and stuff every day, and has fun because we're Halton Hills Music Station. But we're also a YouTube channel, and we're concerned about our community, and we're concerned about the businesses here, the people here, the events going on. We want to let you know what's going on, because there's nothing really in town apart from us. It's on the radio side or the video side of things. There's lots of things like Halton Hills Today and the Independent, of course, where we get a lot of our news from. And but there's no real earthy side to this community, apart from the radio, of course. I love the station. Don't forget, Mike and Mandy are on in the afternoon, and I'll tell you about the weekend programming as we go through. And don't forget JC Legend. He's the all-night guy. He's the guy that sits up all night smoking his pipe, playing Leonard Skinner and Black Sabbath records. So we've got a great radio station. Please join us. We're going on a trip, and we'll talk about our weekend programming and more of the Maple tapes as well. Who's that guy in the back seat, by the way?
I don't know. We'll figure it out one day.
Let's get out of here.
Okay, let's go.
All right. And here we are. We're back, and we're on the road again. The Easy Taxi.
On the road again.
That's right. 905-877-9900. Licensed cab driver, Big Daddy right here. Been doing it for years. Know everybody. You know who I am, but I'm also a broadcast journalist. You know that too. Leah Lywood is just a special human being.
Yeah, we won't talk about everything I do. That could take half an hour.
We're turning on to Maple. We're going to head towards Glen Williams this week and give you a tour around some of the spots there. And the most beautiful spot in Georgetown in the fall is the top of Mountain View there, going by King Street. You turn left to go north. And we're going to give you the view of what it looks like in March this year. We're at a red light at Main Street in Maple. I'm talking about the radio station this week and the trip to Glen Williams and our way. We'll tell you all about that. Don't forget that Walter Scott James has an amazing show called The Old School Dance on Saturday mornings. And he plays his rock and roll, and it's just a fun time on Saturdays. Also, Matt Craig has New York's Best Rock at 10 o'clock Saturday mornings. We have the Golden Oldies from 6 to 10 on Saturdays, don't we? And I'm talking about 50s and early 60s. We stop at the Beatles. Anything before that period, like Chuck Berry, the Platters, Nat King Cole. You can have your coffee on a Saturday and Sunday morning between 6 and 9 o'clock and enjoy the oldies. We call it Seniors Graffiti. And then we've got the country shows, of course, at 12 o'clock till 4 on Saturday, Sunday. We revert to a country format for 4 hours every weekend, Saturday and Sunday. 4 to 6. Sorry, you want to say something? Go ahead.
I was just going to say, why don't we get back to them as soon as we get to the Glen? We'll start back again.
That's right. That's right.
We'll see you in the Glen.
We'll see you in the Glen. Now we're going north on Mountain View. Now this is a spectacular view of our area for those of you listening around the world or watching around the world on the YouTube channel. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? And can you imagine that in October? You know what I mean? And early November. And it's just a blaze of color. So we're heading north towards Glen Williams, and everyone that is from the Glen will let you know quite quickly they're not from Georgetown. They're from the Glen. Well, you know that right away. But it is a tourist attraction in our area, and we're going to hit the stop sign at John Street, and we'll hook up back to you when we approach the Glen, which is just moments away. And we're going to wrap this week's interview with a little shot in through downtown Glen Williams and tell you a little about about the community and about Max Tires and Auto Repairs at 61 Guelph Street, 905-873-9255. You want your car fixed? You have a problem with your tires? Anything? Go in and talk to Sean and Rob. They'll take care of you. Easy Taxi, 905-877-9900. We're in an easy cab right now. Car number 4, the news cruiser for Halton Hills Online. Right, Leon? We're going to hang a right into Glen Williams, and then we'll see you next week. But we'll take a look at a couple of places downtown before we let you go.
And there's my favorite place right there.
Preston's.
Preston's.
Oh,
That's
unbelievable store. And that is a store we could do a whole show on, maybe the owner with Preston's. And some of the old pictures in social media in Georgetown have old pictures of Preston's from the 60s. And, you know,
I've been going there probably since I was born.
This is the bridge going over the Credit River. And then there's a delightful restaurant on the right-hand side here that has the best fish and chips in the world. And it's called, what's it called? Do you remember?
Please.
It is the Copper Kettle. And there's all kinds of artisan studios down here in Glen Williams. Williams Mill to the right here. Now, as we turn left and say goodbye, I'll show you Timothy Eaton's very first store. And it's right here on the right-hand side. And as a matter of fact, there it is right there on the right-hand side. That's Timothy Eaton's very first store right there. All right, we'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us. Anything you want to say before we go?
No, have a good week.
And we'll see you next week with more stuff.
Hey, it's Big Edge here, Georgetown's good old boy from New York. I'm here to tell you about Max Tires in Georgetown. Need an oil change? Max Tires. Need new or used tires? And not the ones you find at the bottom of the East River, if you know what I mean. Oh! Max Tire. 61 Guelph Street, Georgetown. 905-873-9255. And don't you forget it.